So board one of the CBAI play and discuss, and it's an interesting board in terms the play isn't interesting because you're going to lose 3 tricks. But what is interesting is the rebid by South. It's what I think is the interesting thing about the bidding. So I imagine the bidding to go something like 1 club, 1 heart overcall. Again, even though it's only 9 points, you're non-vulnerable. You have a 5-card suit. Your suit is of good quality. It's the worst hand you could have, by the way, to do it. And if I was vulnerable, I'd still probably make the bid because of the quality of the
Hearts,
the hearts. Yeah. And the risk of you being doubled at the 1 level with that quality of suit is very, very low.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I don't mind overcalls with good quality suits. So I expect it to go 1 club, 1 heart, 1 spade.
Yeah.
Now, I'd love to know what people play 2 spades as there, or what people play 2 hearts as. I mean, do you, what do all your bids? Oh, my undo is here. Sorry. What do all your bids mean in this situation? Well, what does double mean? No, yeah. Well, if double means 4 spades, what does 1 spade mean?
5 spades.
5.
Okay, that's a reasonable way to play it. 5 or more, absolutely. Okay, what does 2 clubs mean? Not. Oh, sorry. Yeah. What does 2 hearts mean? What does 2 no trump mean? If you don't know what all those bids mean, you need to firm up your agreements. Is that fair enough? Because what sort of situation is this? Competitive, isn't it?
Yeah.
And a competitive situation is bread and butter for your level. It's bread and butter. Yeah. It's the higher level the higher level of experience you play, the more likely it is the opponents are going to be bidding and making it more difficult for you, which means we don't get these sort of auctions. 1 club, pass, 1 spade, pass very often, do we?
No.
There's normally somebody coming in and doing something, making your life a nightmare for you. So what did you bid over 1 heart? You bid 1 spade, did you?
Yeah.
And of course you alerted it, didn't you?
Nope.
Why? It shows 5 spades.
No.
Do you know what I mean? It's an agreement, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know that your bid. That's why I asked the question before I did this. Do you know what I mean? So 1 spade should be alerted if you're playing negative doubles and you have that agreement, and you have to specifically have it. By the way, it's not just part of negative doubles. You have to say we're playing negative doubles, and if the bidding goes a minor, a heart, and I bid 1 spade, that promises 5.
Yeah.
And if you have that if you don't have, if you think you have the agreement, you don't need to alert it. It's only if you know you have the agreement that you need to alert it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now, did the West Hand bid 2 hearts?
Yes.
Yeah, and it's just about worth it, isn't it? 3 to an honor, a roughing value. Now, the downside is Jack to 4, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're not great cards. But I mean, look, there's nothing wrong with it. 2 hearts is perfect. Now, did North bid 3 clubs? What did North do over 2 hearts?
We didn't have hearts, so they just went to clubs.
Okay, so if they pass, they're just going to bid 2 clubs, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay, pass. And now what does the South hand bid? Because again, this is interesting.
3 spades.
Yeah, but what's 2 hearts? What's 2 spades? What's the fact you didn't bid 2 spades immediately? Do you understand?
Yeah, not to jump.
No, but I mean, like, 2 spades has to be a good hand. Why? What did we not do over 1 heart?
Double.
No, or bid.
2 spades.
What would 2 spades be over 1 heart immediately?
Weak and 6 spades.
Well, if 2 spades is weak with 6 spades, and 1 spade shows 5 spades, 2 spades can't be weak with 6 spades, can it?
No.
Do you see my point, folks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I played on Tuesday night with a Grandmaster and last night with a Ladies International. And on Tuesday night with the Grandmaster, I didn't have to discuss anything, negative inferences, very little. We basically said strong no trump, 2/1, 5-card majors, nothing else. And we didn't really need to discuss anything else. But when I was playing last night with the player who wasn't as experienced as the Grandmaster, well, the negative inferences didn't really come into play.
Yes.
This should show a good hand. It should show either 5 spades and in around 9 to 12 points, or 6 spades and 10 or 11 points. Because you didn't bid. Can whoever is chatting there mute themselves, please? Because you didn't bid 2 spades initially. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would know that this 2 spades is a constructive hand. This might be a little bit too strong for it, by the way. I'm not saying that this is the exact hand for it, but it should show a constructive hand, because what did we not bid initially? Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, all happy?
Yeah.
And 10 tricks is the limit on this hand. Okay, board 2.
Sorry, Thomas, can I
Yeah.
come in there? I
course you
was
can.
late joining you. Did we get our emails or videos for last week? Maybe everyone else did.
I don't know. I'll check with Rory.
No, we
I'll check
didn't.
with Rory, and I'll make
No.
sure he sends it with this week. All right.
We
If
didn't
you're-
get the week. We didn't get the week before either.
Okay. I'll make sure he sends it. I don't know why he's not sending it. I do them every day. Like they're done. They're done 3 weeks, lads. Do you know what I mean? But I'll get them sent to you. All right. Or if you send me an email, T McCormack, TMACC, I'll send you the playlist link, which means you once I put the videos up, you can look at the playlist and they're there for you. Does that make sense?
Could you give us
Give
that
your email again.
I will. It's my name, TMACCORMAC So T McCormack and MACCORMAC@gmail.com. If you email that to me before the end of the class, I'll send you the playlist link, which is better than each of the videos, because it means you can use access the playlist. You understand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, Tom.
No trouble at all. Board 2, what happened? So I'd imagine it's going to go pass, I would hope.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think that's a good enough 11-point hand to be opening, because the Queen of Hearts isn't full
Value.
Yeah, if that Queen of Hearts was the Queen of Spades, I'd consider opening, because now all my points are working. I've less losers with that card. I've less losers. The Queen of Hearts moving over to the Queen of Spades is less losers. Okay, so I'm not saying I would open it, but I'd consider opening it. And I know many players who'd open every single 11-point, regardless of what they have. But that's not my style, as you know, over the last 10 weeks. So it's going to go pass, 1 diamond. Now, again, I don't see the value in bidding, right?
Yeah.
Even though you've got the perfect shape 4-4-4-1, I much prefer to pass and bid later rather than bidding now. Okay, even though I'm opposite a past partner, because we just don't know what's going on yet and we're vulnerable. Okay, this is a hand where you don't want to be in anything really. I mean, if they get off to the right lead, you could be ending up not making an awful lot of tricks. So 1 diamond. Did anybody double with this hand? I can see people doing it, by the way.
No.
Okay, good. Pass. And I think you're going to have to pass, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's horrible. You don't want to do it. Now we come to the situation where alive come the hills with the sound of music. What do I want the south hand to do now?
Double.
No.
No. Pass.
1 no trump. 1 no trump.
Yeah.
Now you're protecting your partner, aren't you? And that's why you don't need to make vicious, like minimum, really minimum doubles, because your partner should do what?
Come in again.
Strive to protect you. Strive to protect you. Either double, overcall, or bid. Now, the next hand, I think and expect to bid 2 diamonds.
Yeah.
And I think that's where it should play.
It got doubled.
I don't, by who? North?
Yes. Yeah.
Was it takeout?
It wasn't taken out. It was
No, but was it, is double takeout?
Yes. Yes.
It needs to be alerted. Okay, is that clear?
Okay.
You need to say this, by the way. If you're playing against a player called John Noonan, he will haul you over the coals if you do not alert your double. And it's one of the unknown laws of bridge that you don't alert an initial negative double. Right? So in other words, if you doubled initially takeout, that doesn't need to be alerted. Or if they overcalled and you doubled initially, here you'd need to alert that as a negative double.
Yeah.
Why? Because what did you do initially?
Pass.
Yeah,
You
if you
passed.
passed initially and then double takeout, that has to be alerted, and nobody knows that. I got called, the director was called on me by John Noonan, and both me and the director, well, the director sided with me at the time. He was wrong, but both of us were wrong. We didn't know. It's one of those rules that nobody knows about, yeah?
Yeah.
So, and again, look, I'm just saying it to you, because if it happens, one note trump, 2 diamonds. It's just better to be ethical and to make sure you put it in. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so double is takeout, and then it went pass, 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 did it?
Yeah.
And how did that go for them, by the way?
Made.
Yeah. You'd think with that amount of trumps, it wouldn't be possible to be made, wouldn't it? But they don't have very many losers, do they?
No.
No.
No, they don't, and you can't, excuse me, you can't really get at them. You don't have the ability to get your tricks. I mean, if you lead a spade, they've got 2 spade tricks, they've got 2 heart tricks. That's 4 tricks before they even touch trumps.
Yeah.
When they lead a club, they set up the king of clubs, don't they?
Yeah.
And you haven't got your heart trick set up yet. It becomes quite difficult for you. Let's have a look and see what Double Dummies says. What did you lead?
Spade.
Had you let a diamond, what would have happened?
1 down. Yeah.
Had you let the ace of clubs or a heart, what would have happened? Could go 1 down. No, you know what I mean? It gives you the chance. But if you lead a spade, it's saying that the declarer has the chance to make it. Now, that's an interesting point as well. Oftentimes, when your partner passes your takeout double, they have to have such good trumps that you know you might be able to lead a
Trump.
The reason why a spade is wrong, it gives them the ability to set up a spade without loss. If you don't lead spades, well, how does he make an extra spade trick?
Yeah.
Do you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. We got 1 plus 2.
Well, yeah,
I
that's what I'm
can't
saying.
remember what lead we got.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying to you. That's what I'm saying to you. It can happen. But defense, we know how difficult defense is. Defense uses a different part of the brain than at any other stage in bridge. When you're defending, you're supposed to be thinking about the cards you have relative to what you can see, relative to what the bidding has told you, relative to what's possible in your partner's hand by the auction, and then trying to strategize on that basis. That's using the creative side of your brain, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the hardest part to get onto in bridge. So we don't criticize defense because it's very, very, very difficult. Okay, board number 3. So South is going to pass. Nothing wrong with West opening 1 heart and rebidding 2 hearts. Decent 6 card suit. I mean, Queen Jack isn't a great holding, by the way, but we don't know it's a bad holding yet. And it is actually a bad holding, isn't it? What's that called?
Mirror or something.
Well,
isn't it?
duplication, yeah, a mirror and duplication. I mean, if they had 4 spades or you had 4 spades, you'd have, or 5 spades or 6 spades, you could have 4, 5 or 6 winners with this 10 points. How many tricks are we getting with this 10 points?
2.
Not a lot, are we?
No.
Not a lot for what we have. Do you know what I mean? So I expect it to go something like this: 1 heart, pass. I don't see the benefit in bidding here. 2 clubs, pass. 2 hearts, pass. Probably if you're playing a weak no trump, probably 3 no trump at this stage, by the way, if you're playing a weak no trump, because that might not guarantee 5 hearts or 6 hearts, apologies. Okay, so if you're playing 2 over 1 game forcing and a strong no trump, well, you don't need to bid that way. You can bid 3 diamonds to show out your shape. Can't do any harm. Over that partner can bid 3 hearts. That must be a 6-card heart suit at this stage. Otherwise, I don't know what they don't have a fit for clubs. They don't have a fit for diamonds. They must have 6 hearts. They haven't bid 3 no trump. So now I probably end up in 4 hearts. Or over 3 no trump, West might bid 4 hearts. So what did you end up in?
4
No
hearts.
trump +2.
Yeah, 3 no trump +2, you see, might be a better score because of the diamond being favourable for you.
Yeah. 4 clubs, I think, at our table, was it?
I was
Well-
looking for aces. I got carried away.
Okay.
And my partner passed it.
Yeah, that's tricky, isn't it? So your partner didn't know you were looking for aces. And again,
No.
if you move that queen jack of spades somewhere else, 6 could become a very good contract, couldn't
I
it?
felt I could get out of in 4 hearts if I got,
If you got the wrong answer,
yeah, but I still
Which
had
is what
to go.
you did over 4 clubs. Had they bid 4 hearts, you were going to pass it.
Yeah, if they bid anything other
If
than
they show 2
no
aces,
trumps.
then you might go looking for more. By the way, if your partner opens with weak minimum hands, bidding at this, that's why 2 over 1 game forcing works really well, because you're able to show what you need to show below the level. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, but again, the reason why this isn't a good hand is because the queen jack of spades mirrors
The ace king.
Yeah.
or duplication as well. All right, all happy?
Lovely.
Yeah.
Okay, number 4. So number 4, West is looking like they're going to pass. 5, this is a hand. If you're opening a weak no trump, I don't mind. If you're opening a weak no trump, I don't like opening this hand 1 spade because I don't like rebidding 2 spades on ace 10 to 5. I always ask myself the question, will my hand play well opposite a singleton small? That's what I ask. And if the answer is, oh, I don't like playing in this trump suit opposite a singleton small, I'm not going to open it. So I would open this hand a weak no trump if I'm playing weak no trump. If I'm playing strong no trump, I'd open it
Spade.
1 spade. Yeah, because that's what I have to do. Everybody happy with that?
Yeah.
So what are most of us playing?
Week.
Okay, so 1 no trump, I'd imagine. Yeah, nothing wrong with 2 hearts here.
Yeah.
If you're playing some 2-suited system like
Yeah.
Capoletti or modified Capoletti or whatever you're playing, 2 hearts might show hearts and a minor. But again, that's the sort of hand I like to have. Good quality in both of my suits and a reasonable hand. Not like some of the bids we've seen over we don't see them anymore, by the way, which pleases me, but not like some of the earlier weeks. Because it means if you're left there, your partner has a chance. They don't need to panic. They know you're giving them good quality in
Hearts.
in your suit.
In the suit.
That makes sense to everybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what happened over that? Did anybody bid with the south hand?
No, pass.
Out.
It was different bidding.
Well, what was the different bidding? 1 spade, 2 hearts?
2 hearts, double.
Well, so you've only 7 points. And double should show both minors.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be bidding over 2 hearts with 3 hearts. I don't see the benefit of it. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's tricky. And if I was bidding over 1 spade, 2 hearts, I might even bid 2 spades. Jack to 3 is making me not happy about this hand. It's making me extremely unhappy about this hand.
I think
Okay.
we were east-west, Pat.
Yeah. I'm just saying the bidding at our table started off 1 spade, 2 hearts, double, 2
Yeah.
no trump.
Well, I wouldn't. 2 no trump from who?
They ended up in 2 no trumps.
Yeah.
So double pass 2 no trump.
Yeah.
Yeah, not double 2 no trump.
No.
Okay. Now, Gran, don't worry about that for a second. Again, we don't throw our opponents under the bus. Yeah. Now, 1 no trump, 2 hearts. I think did anybody end up in 2 hearts?
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and how did you get on there?
made it.
8 tricks.
Well done, because you got 4 heart tricks. You've got a spade trick as 5. You've got a diamond trick as 6. And you can make 2 clubs by force. Isn't that right? Even giving up 2 club tricks.
Yeah.
All happy? That's nicely played. You used your 1 entry to the table wisely to finesse the queen of hearts. And then you played your ace of hearts, and then you played maybe you didn't play a small heart, but then you might have played a small heart, crossed your fingers and toes, and
Yeah.
God was good. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, that can happen. Okay, nicely done. You might end up in 3 diamonds on this auction if you were playing some sort of Lebensal, 2-no trump, a puppet to 3 diamonds, or to 3 clubs, pass, followed by 3 diamonds, pass, pass, pass. But again, I don't want to be playing this hand because it looks to me as if you're going to lose the first 3 tricks, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's going to go heart to the queen, ace of hearts, heart rough. There's the first 3 tricks before you even start. And you have to lose a club, and you have to lose a spade, and you have to lose at least 1 diamond.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem to me that 3 diamonds is right, particularly if somebody, Bright Spark, decides to get cheeky and double you. I mean, there was several boards over the last 2 nights when I was playing bridge, and listen to this. I'll just show you this auction for a second, right? And I didn't care what I had, right? The bidding went 1 spade, 2 diamonds, 2 spades, pass, pass, double, 3 spades, 4 heart, pass, pass, 4 spades.
Gee. God.
Well, I mean, I didn't even look at my hand. That's what I did. If 4 spades makes, right, I don't know what they've bid.
2 spades.
2. I mean, I can understand 3 spades, right? But I cannot understand 4. That says to me, I didn't have that bid, or I didn't have that bid. I didn't know what sort of bid I had. Well, if they don't know what sort of bid they had, that's what I'm doing.
Mhm.
And how many off did they go, do you think?
Mm,
They should have only gone 2 down, but they went 3 down.
yeah, 3. Oh, lovely.
Do you know what I mean? Because they were under the pressure now at the high level, yeah?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have doubled 3 spades, and I would have been happy to put it 1 off. But 4 spades, double, I just looked at my hand. I says, if my partner has his bid, and I looked at my cards, I didn't even have good trumps. But I knew they couldn't possibly have the chance of making this contract.
Yeah.
Okay. All happy we've done this board, yeah? Board 5. So it's a pass, followed by a club, if you're playing weak no trump. Pass, 1 heart, pass. I'm rebidding a no trump. 7 and 5 is 12, 15 to 17, or 15 to 16, or I'm opening it a strong no trump.
Yeah.
4 and 3 is 7, 2 is 9. Tricky, isn't it?
Yeah.
Probably going to be whatever way you invite.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you should, if you're disciplined.
We passed it.
Yeah.
Good, very good bidding. Very good bidding to pass that, yeah. Now, bad break in spades. You don't have in clubs. You don't have an awful lot of tricks, do you?
No.
So, what do they lead against you?
They led
Yeah.
King of Clubs.
Well, I wouldn't be leading the club, by the way, because they've bid that suit. It doesn't matter on the hand with the position of the clubs as long as you don't continue club. Okay? It doesn't matter on the hand. But a spade lead is a reasonable lead. And the reason why it's reasonable is because you don't want to lead from that strength into that strength or through that strength, possibly. Diamond, you might lead as well. But a spade, he hasn't rebid a spade, and they didn't go looking for another fit. So they probably don't have them. And in actual fact, a spade lead doesn't give them anything they're not going to.
Anyway.
And it's actually going to eventually set up a
spade winner.
So I think they've got 3 spade winners. They've got a heart winner is 4. They've got a club winner is 5, and they should only get 2 diamond winners is
7.
And it should go down. Is that what happened?
No. Carmel made it.
Well, then the defenders need to look at that. All right.
It's tough to make it.
Well, it's not you making it.
No, I
It's
thought
them.
it was.
No, it's them giving it to you.
Yeah.
You don't have where you tell me where your 8th trick is that you can make.
I think it was a club I got in the
No,
end.
but
I can't remember.
But I mean, but before you to make an 8th trick in clubs, they've got to not set up tricks for themselves. Do you understand?
Yeah.
They have 3 winners in clubs, 3 winners to get in. So they've 3 times with which, and if they've already led a spade, well, that's one of your spades gone, isn't it?
Yes.
And you also have to knock out what card?
Yes.
The diamonds.
Well, they should be able to set up their hearts and their spade before you can either set up your 8th trick in clubs or your extra trick in diamonds. Is that fair enough?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that's why I say to you, I mean, if you could make it, Carmel, and you'd a legitimate way to make it, I'd say fair enough, brilliant, top of the class. But this is one where the defenders need to look at themselves. Okay? Happy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, number 5. Again, we don't know who they are. We protect the innocent. Now, board number 6. So we've got 5 and 4 is 9. That's a pass. We've got 8. That's a pass. We have definitely got an opening bid of a diamond. Now, again, depending on what suited overcalls you're playing. If you're playing Michaels or Gestum or different types of bid, you might be able, if you're playing Gestum, you might be able to show hearts and
Clubs.
Yeah.
hearts and clubs by bidding what?
Trump.
The lowest
No.
2 suits.
No
Yeah,
trumps, yeah.
the
Two no
lowest
trumps.
2 suits, showing 5-5 and weakness. Nothing wrong with that, yeah?
Mhm.
Okay, so where did everybody end up in on this? Maybe 3 no trump?
2 doubled.
2 what?
We ended up in diamonds.
Doubled.
Diamonds.
Many diamonds.
2.
3 diamonds plus 1.
Okay, 3 diamonds, 4 and 3 is 7. Yeah, 3 diamonds plus 1. That's good. Yeah, nicely done there. You lose 2 clubs and a diamond. And again, why would you drop a singleton king of diamonds offside unless you had unauthorized information? It wouldn't be normal to do that, would it?
No.
No.
My
Yeah.
partner did. She dithered and then she put up the ace of diamonds. And
Well, I wouldn't. I'd be finesse. I'd be playing for the finesse. I assume they led the king of hearts, did they?
They did.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I would finesse. The odds favor the finesse by a considerable margin, by the way. So even though the singleton king is right on this hand, that's not the most likely scenario. And even though I'm looking at it, I'm telling you honestly, unless I had some weird gut instinct feeling, you know what I mean, that I just knew. And some people have that feeling, by the way. My mum was one of them. So if you just said, I think the king is singleton and you play, and it was, and the next time it isn't, fair enough. I don't have that good instinct, so I play with the odds. I would lose to the king of diamonds on this hand.
I had that instinct immediately.
Fair enough.
And
Fair
then
enough.
then I dithered. Should have.
Well, then, no. Trust your instinct then.
Yeah.
If you have a good instinct, trust it, because your gut's rarely wrong. Yeah. If you have that ability, some people do, some people don't. I don't. All right. So so did we all end up in some number of diamonds, or where else did we end up?
4 diamonds.
4 diamonds. Yeah. Anybody else?
Against us, the opposition bid heart twice.
What level?
2 hearts. I opened
So it went 1 diamond.
1 heart overcall.
Yeah.
We did tried 1 no trump.
Yeah. Yeah.
2 hearts.
Now, by the way, you're close to be able to show a good raise in diamonds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have 9 high card points. You have a doubleton and you have a fit in diamonds. So it's a good 1 no trump, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. What happened next?
South hand now bids 2 hearts.
But they've 3 hearts and 8 points. Why wouldn't they? The only downside is it's a 4-3-3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now with my hand, I decide to double to ask Bridget to do something.
Yeah, to take out, do something sensible.
As you
Yeah.
did cottage in the heart.
And what did you do?
Bridget passed,
left
left
it
it in.
Okay. And did they go off?
It was 3 off.
Yeah.
100.
So that's, and isn't that what we spoke about last week?
Yeah.
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 The person with shortness makes the double, and then the person with length sitting over them can choose to pass and convert the double into a penalty.
Penalty.
And you have to get a diamond, a club, 2 hearts, and 2 spades before you cope with roughing diamonds and losing control. It doesn't become a pleasant hand for you, does it, for
No.
North-South?
Horrible.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Would it pass there rather than bid 1-0 trump?
No, they bid 1-0 trump initially.
But if would it be better to pass rather than
No, I wouldn't be passing ever. No.
okay with the 4 hearts?
No. I would never be passing. Making a penalty double at the 1 level? No. With 4 hearts? No. I would either bid 1-0 trump, or I would make some sort of raise in diamonds to show a good raise, whatever way I show a sort of 10 to 12. That's what I might do. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I might do, but I wouldn't pass. But I might pass a 2 level. Do you see the difference?
Yes, okay.
Because the 2 level is a level higher and they've more to cope with. And when partner doubles, I know they don't have a bare minimum hand. They must have a reasonable hand with shortness in
Hearts. Yeah.
Hearts.
hearts. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Perfect.
All
Thank you.
happy?
Yeah. Lovely.
Very well done. I'm delighted to see at the end of the course we're getting these sort of things right. And then the next time, you see, your opponents might think before they bid 2 hearts with a 4-3-3-3. And we've spoken about that as well, haven't we?
Yeah.
Okay, now listen, we'll plow on a little bit. There's too many interesting boards going on. So where did we end up in 4 spades on this?
Yeah, we ended up in 3, but we made 4.
We were in,
Yeah, I don't know. You probably shouldn't make 4 though.
we
You have
ended up-
2 diamonds. Well, you have 2 diamonds to lose, a heart and a spade. Okay, so let's just put it into the double dummy for a second. Let's just put 1 spade in and just see what he says to 1 spade. I expect 1 spade should only make 9 tricks. I'm only giving you my expectation. I'm wrong. It's oh no, +2. So it can make 9 and it can make 8. Do you see that, everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
we
interesting.
we ended
Interesting,
made
isn't
10.
it?
How do we do that?
Well, you didn't make 10. I keep telling you, when you make more tricks than what double dummy says, it's because the defenders have done what?
Presented them.
Given them to you. Yes, they haven't got the value of their cards. You see, there's always 2 ways to look at it. You can either take the tricks from the opposition, or the opposition can slop them and give them to you. Yeah, I mean, there was a hand again. I love giving my own experience. Defending 3-0 trump, my partner let a trick. Declarer won the first trick and made 10 tricks on top. She cashed all her ace, king, queens. Brilliant declarership, cashed all her ace, king, queens, and then counted when every suit was 3-3 and made 10 tricks. And we open up the score sheet and we get 20%. 20%, like. Well, that had nothing to do with us.
Yeah.
And there wasn't a lead my partner could make that didn't give them a trick or a tempo. So what's the power on the board that everybody should make? 10 tricks. But of course, there's 2 lunatics making 8 for some reason. There's another lunatic making 9. And then there's somebody at the 6th level making 11. One genius making 11, but they're at the 6th level. So we're getting a 20% score for doing power on the board. Well, it had nothing to do with us, did it? And that's, you have to think about that. If you might get an extra trick if they lead the ace of diamonds, you might get an extra 2 tricks if they lead the ace of diamonds, because you might be able to get a rough.
Yeah.
Do you see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So that's
at our table, the bidding went pass, 1 diamond.
yeah, lovely. Yeah.
And then I doubled, but should I bid?
No, I think double isn't unreasonable there, even though you've only got 15 points because of the 6-4 void shape. That's not unreasonable.
Yeah.
Now, I know many people that might not do it. Let me just hide the double dummy analysis. But even though you've only got 15 high card points, 1 diamond, we said, didn't we?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you have 1, 2, 3. You have a 4 loser hand if you can somehow find a fit.
Yeah.
Now, you don't have a fit on this hand, and your partner's a fairly poor hand. But I mean, let's say the bidding goes 1 diamond double, and they bid. Let's say go worst case scenario, South passes. That's the worst case scenario, right? Because if South bids, North West doesn't have to bid. But if they bid 2 clubs, I think you just about have a good enough hand to bid.
2 spades.
2 spades.
Just about, like, hoping your partner has a fit, or they might have a second suit of. They don't have hearts. Like, they can't have 4 hearts on this auction, can they?
No.
They probably don't even have 3 hearts on this auction. What might they do if they were desperate to make a bid with nothing? They might bid with a 6-card suit. I'd always bid it, you see. Does that make sense? And now I'd expect the bidding to go pass.
Pass.
After
Because-
the double, South bid 1 heart.
They will, of course. I understand that. But that takes the pressure off West, doesn't it? Now West doesn't have to bid, do they?
No.
Do we see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does North rebid?
1 spade.
Sure, now you're grand, aren't you? What did you do now?
Passed.
And what did the next hand bid?
Sorry, wait, let's see.
2 diamonds or no trump?
2 diamonds.
Yeah. And what did you do now?
Pass.
Why?
I don't know. Because they bid spades and my
But
partner
sure, I mean,
said
yeah, I
no.
know. I mean, what must 2 spades be there, lads?
Strong.
No. Well, it must be spades. Like,
Long.
Yeah.
it must be to play, mustn't it?
Yeah.
You've made a takeout double of 1 diamond. Okay, they've shown you 4 spades. That doesn't mean you don't necessarily want to be able to play or compete. Now, I'm not saying it's brave, isn't it? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, all happy?
Yeah.
No,
What?
our bidding went 1 diamond, 1 spade double, past 2 diamonds
Negative, lovely, yeah. 1 diamond, 1 spade.
double, past
Lovely.
2 diamonds, and I bid 2 hearts
Why?
to give my partner a choice.
Of bidding your 6-card suit?
Well, whatever, yeah,
I did pass the
2 hearts.
2 hearts, so we played in the 4-3 heart.
Well, you bid 1 spade first, didn't you?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Sorry, 1 spade first. Sorry. I took one diamond. I have to come back to the auction. 1 diamond, 1 spade, double pass.
2 diamonds.
2 diamonds, and now we come here.
And I got 2 hearts.
You see,
I-
it's slightly different now. Why? On the auction I gave you earlier on, where was the 4-card spade suit?
In the north hand.
North hand.
On your right. On the auction we've given you now, where's the bad heartbreak?
Yeah.
On your
Left.
on the auction we gave you beforehand, you have a 6-card suit. On this auction, you're only bidding a.
4 card, yeah.
Yeah, I think I see what you're trying to do, and I like it. Yeah, I don't think it's a crime. I don't think it's a bad bid, but I think that's a little bit better.
Okay, 2 spades, fine.
Just think of it. You know, the way we gave the auction, presented the auction earlier on, when we doubled the North bid a spade, we still passed and then backed in 2 spades, right? But if you think about it like this, spades on your right is easier to cope with than hearts on your.
Left.
Is that fair enough?
Okay,
Okay. How did you get on in 2 hearts?
I made it.
8 tricks.
Yeah. It probably wasn't as easy as 2 spades, though.
No.
Do you know what I mean? I had one of those hands last night where I played in a 7-card club fit when I had a 10-card diamond fit.
Yeah.
I made it, but I didn't get a good score. It was hard work, though, but I felt
Yeah.
pleased at the end of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's again. We just have to be positive and negative. You should be negative when they've got hearts, positive if they've got spades. And I'm not saying it should always bid it either. Okay, number 8. West is going to pass, North is going to pass, East is going to open 1 club, I'd imagine.
Mhm.
16 points with 4-3-3-3. It's a tricky hand. Well, what do you have to probably do with the South hand?
Doubled?
Double?
Yeah. If I only had 12 points, I wouldn't be happy doubling, right? But I think I have to double because I've got what?
16.
16, exactly. I'm at the higher end of what a double is, isn't it? 12 to 17 is the general range of a medium double, so I'm at the higher end of it. So even though I'm 4-3-3-3 and I kind of a bit appalled by doing it, I really don't have that much of a choice. Yeah. Double. The next hand might pass or bid one heart. What happened?
Pass.
Grand. And now we come to the north. What should north bid?
We bid one heart.
Two,
Or spade.
two hearts.
Two clubs.
No.
Two clubs.
No, they don't know what suit their partner has.
Yeah, they should bid two clubs.
And they're a passed hand, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're a passed hand, so they've got the values to do it. They're perfect singleton in their suit. I mean, your partner might have 3-3-5 and have decided to double. So you need them to be able to know what suit they have, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Now over that, they'll bid,
Two spades.
and I'll bid 4 spades. You see why you have to find out the suit your partner has. If you bid hearts, your partner might decide not to bid on, mightn't they?
Yeah.
Hearts isn't a good contract if they lead clubs, is it?
No.
What happens? You get short roughed immediately, don't you?
Yes.
So 4 spades is is a relatively easy contract, I think, to make. I don't think they can beat you in 4 spades. Even if they get a heart rough, I don't think they can beat you. Let's just check. Yeah. If they lead a heart, you get plus. If they lead a heart, if they get a heart rough, you make 10. And if they lead anything other than a heart, and they get the heart rough, they don't get the heart rough, you make 11. So what was it? What was everybody in?
We were in 2 clubs going light 1.
By them. So that means the north-south didn't get the value of their cards. Yeah.
And we were 2 clubs -2.
Okay, so this is a very interesting hand now. Look at this. If you're in the south seat and you didn't bid, that's a very valuable lesson. Okay. 16 points. Sometimes you just have to go pluck up the courage and put your shoulder to the wheel and say, I've no choice. But if I didn't have that ace of hearts or that queen of hearts or that ace of diamonds or that king of diamonds, it's only because I've 16 points. And if it does go 1 club double, or if it goes 1 club double and they pass, now it's very interesting, because if you just bid 1 heart, that gives them the option to bid
2 clubs. Yeah.
And now how does your partner know what to do? The north hand is a much better hand than 1 heart. And even if they bid 2 hearts, well, they might still bid 3 clubs. The value of this hand is when you know what suit you have a fit in. And you don't know what suit you have a fit in, but you know you must have a fit in 1 suit, mustn't you?
Yeah, yeah.
And that's the value of the bidding 2 clubs by responder. Does that make sense? The only issue would be if I wasn't a passed hand,
Yes.
then the 2 clubs might show more strength.
Yeah.
That's the only issue. But then I might even jump to 2 spades before I do anything, because my spades are better than my
Hearts.
hearts. And if my partner doesn't like spades, they can go back to their diamonds, and then I can support their hearts. And if they don't like hearts or diamonds, well, I've still got a fit spades. I've still got a fit for their diamonds. Okay. Number 9. North is going to pass a weak no trump, a pass by the south, and Stayman, pass 2 hearts, pass. Now I want to ask you what this bid means. I'm not saying I'd make it on this hand, but I'm asking you what that bid means. That's one question I'm asking you. The other question I'm asking you is, if it went like this, what does that bid mean?
It's looking for a slam.
Very good. 3 of the other major after Stayman should be a slam try in the suit your partner bid. Very, very, very few people ever discuss that or do that. It's an excellent treatment. Yeah. Have you ever had a hand where you're too good to bid 4, you can't bid 3 because that's invitational, and you don't know how to make a slam try?
Yes.
You bid 3 of the other major. Now you wouldn't, I don't think you have a good enough hand on this one to do it, by the way. I think you'd want to have a better hand, but we'll just show you. If you had, let's say, give yourself the King of Hearts, yeah? Give yourself the King of Hearts. Now you have a chance of making slam. Now you might bid 3 spades. Does that make sense?
Okay.
And that leaves room for your partner to Q bid, doesn't it?
Okay.
Or gives room for your partner to not Q bid, thereby knowing they don't have a control in diamonds. No, you see what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's a very good treatment of the convention. Some people play that at 3 spades as a splinter, but the odds of you having a splinter in spades after you've bid stayman isn't right, you see. Because if you've got 4 hearts and a singleton spade, you must have a longer minor, mustn't you?
Yeah.
So you shouldn't be bidding stayman with 4 spades and a longer minor. With a game going hand and a longer minor and 4 spades, you should be using your transfer to the minor, followed by bidding your suit to show the different types of hands you can have. So 3 spades is a very good treatment in that situation. Okay, everybody happy?
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want you to be in slam, by the way. The bad break makes it tricky. Now, number 10. Excuse me. So again, I'm not an opener of this hand. 4 and 4. I'm not an opener of the south hand.
Nope.
I'm definitely going to open this hand.
Oh.
2 of the top 3 honors, 6 of them 6 to 10 points, third in hand. I mean, I was nearly thinking of doing this. Only I was.
Yeah, I went to sleep.
Only I was vulnerable. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And whatever you open should be where you end up. So if you don't open, what happened? It goes pass, 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 doesn't it?
Yeah.
Dan, you might not. So one table passed out. What about the other tables?
Passed out.
3 passed outs.
Mm.
Do we not play week 2s?
Our 2 diamonds is a 23-pointer.
Oh, it's hard to do 3 diamonds on that hand. Fair enough, right? But I don't like I don't play it, so I won't discuss it, right? I play week 2 as a diamond, week 2 diamonds, yeah. I don't play 2 diamonds as your game going hand and 2 clubs, reverse Benjamin or whatever it's called. All right, so you got stuck on that a little bit, didn't you?
Yeah.
Ah, well, it's all part of growing up, isn't it? It's all part of growing up. You make 2 diamonds, by the way, but you don't make any more.
Yeah.
I thought of opening, and then I thought, should I have 4 spades? I was
For
thinking.
what?
No, I know.
For who? Who are you? Like which position? What seat?
I was
West. The only bid you can open is a week 2 or a week 3 in diamonds. That's the only bid you can open third in hand. I wouldn't be opening that 1 diamond. Because if I open a 1 diamond, my partner's going to be thinking I have a real hand and with 11 points and then being disciplined. They're suddenly not going to be disciplined anymore, are they?
No.
So if you're not playing week 2s, you would pass.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have no choice, have you?
Yeah.
You might open 3 diamonds. That's the only other alternative. But I don't like that with the shape.
No.
Vulnerability.
And the queen. Exactly. I don't like it. I don't like it. And you're going negative. 2 diamonds is the par on the board. So I don't like making bids going above par if I can avoid it for no reason. Okay?
Yeah.
You can't make 3 no trump as the cards lie. Spade finesse is wrong. And the diamond is right. Okay, number 11. So South is definitely going to open with 1 spade.
Yeah.
Pass. North would be well entitled to bid 1 no trump. Even though they've only 5 high card points, they've got
6 clubs.
6 clubs.
6 clubs. Now, 6 and 4 is 10, 17. This is a tricky hand. And you might end up in the wrong contract and too high on these hands, by the way. So I'd expect, if North bids on this hand, I'd expect us to end up in game. Did we end up in game?
No.
Okay, so what did you all rebid? Did this hand come in?
North passed and I bid 2 diamonds.
Yes, so that's what I'm saying. If North passes, that's going to mean you won't end up in game. But if North bids, you might. I'd bid with the North hand, lads. I'm being honest with you. I'd be bidding with the North hand, suffer the consequences. And now there's nothing wrong with 2 diamonds here, is there? 6 card suit in the protective seat. Come what may, by the way. Come what may. 6 card suit in the protective seat. There's nothing wrong with it. Yeah?
Yep.
So, what happened then?
Pass.
That's good bidding. That's good bidding, everybody. Okay, now again, I don't mind what happens. It doesn't bother me if you go down 7 million tricks. That's good bidding. Not bidding with the south hand with length and values in their suit is good bidding. So how did 2 diamonds go for you?
1 off.
1 off?
And 2 off.
1
Okay,
off.
so 1 or 2 off, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's tricky enough to make. I mean, I probably would lead the king of,
Diamonds.
yeah, king, queen, jack. Okay. I wouldn't like leading that card because I don't know what's happening. Might be too risky. But I'm going to have to get off lead at some point, haven't I?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, as it happens, there's not much. Let's have a just quick look at the double dummy for a sec. I don't think there's much you can do. Yeah, it says it nearly always goes off, except if they lead a heart, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, can North-South make anything? Not really, can they?
They were in 2 spades.
Can they
doubles.
make 2 spades?
They went off 2.
Exactly. So do you see what I mean about when you've lengthened their suit and values in their suit? This is actually, as well as being an offensive hand, it's a defensive hand. It's offensive if you find a fit and defensive if you don't have a fit. And that's exactly the way the hand is planned out, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can you
So
make
you've
3 clubs?
gone one.
Can you make 3 clubs?
Let's have that was just what I was thinking about. I think 3 clubs. I don't think you'll make 3 clubs. For why? Because they're going to be able to get diamond roughs, aren't they?
Okay.
So that's my instinct. I'll put it in, but that's my good instinct because I was just having a quick think about it. Let's just put it in here for a second. Yeah, no, 3 clubs is because you're a level higher, it's worse, isn't it?
Yeah. It'll be
You're going to lose 3 diamonds in clubs. You're going to lose a spade, a heart, and a club, yeah?
It'll be placed in the north hand, so you may not get a diamond lead.
Well, what are you going to get as a lead?
Well,
How do you draw the trumps before you do what you need to do?
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I don't think it matters whether
Yeah.
it's played by the north or not. I mean, the only thing that if they panic and lead the ace of hearts, which I wouldn't do.
Okay.
All right. So I think, but it says 2 off most of the time. So let's say they drop a trick, it's still 1 off, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a very instructive hand in terms of defensive values and continuing not to bid. Passing 2 diamonds gets a gold star in my book. Well done. Now, West is going to open this a club. Doesn't really have the values for a reverse bid over a spade. But let's just see what happens. It goes a club. North is likely going to pass. East is going to bid 1 spade. And the next hand passes. It's tight between bidding that or even that.
What's that? 2 double 2.
1 no trump, 1 no trump. Or even rebidding that. They're all valid choices. What did we all decide to do?
1 no
We
trump.
ended up on 4 spades.
You know, I didn't. We didn't ask you where you ended up. We asked you
sorry.
what you decided to rebid after a club,
2 clubs.
followed by
2
a spade.
1 club, 1 spade, 2 clubs.
Grand. So yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
somebody else said they rebid.
We
I think
had,
I said-
Trump.
Somebody else said they rebid 1 no trump. And did anybody rebid 2 hearts?
we had a 1 no trump opening. And
Strong
I
no trump.
card
Same thing.
transfer.
Same thing, yeah. Strong no trump opening is the same thing as rebidding a 1-no trump. And again, I don't mind that because you've got values in all of the suits and it's semi-balanced. And if your partner has a 4-card heart suit, they can bid stayman. Okay, so I don't mind opening 1-no trump. I don't mind rebidding 1-no trump. I don't mind rebidding 2 clubs. All good, valid question things. Now, over 2 clubs, we come back to what we spoke about earlier on. That shows a semi-positive hand. Because 1 club, 2 spades should be weak. If 1 club, 2 spades is weak, 1 club, 1 spade, followed by 2 spades, must be stronger than what it shows. If 1 club, 1 spade, 1 club, 2 spades is strong, well, then that's a different meaning, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'd expect you all to end up in 4 spades on this. You don't have a bad break in spades. And how many tricks did you end up making?
11.
Because the club suit comes hot. By the way, should you make more than a, did they take 2 aces against you?
We ended up in +1.
What way did they defend? What was the
They-
lead?
Heart, was it?
9 of hearts.
Spades.
So they took a heart and a diamond
The 9 of hearts lead, yeah.
to the ace.
Yeah. And the
And
king
then they
dropped.
let it, and then they let a diamond.
Yes.
Very good. If you don't take your tricks on this hand, what's going to happen? Declarer can make
A lot.
12 tricks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they can get rid of their heart, can't they?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you don't take your tricks on this hand, so good lead, 9 of hearts, nice lead, winning the ace of hearts, playing the king, known as a singleton, knowing there's no point in playing a spade, knowing there's no point in playing a heart, knowing there's no point in playing a club, playing a diamond, taking the trick, ending the pain quite painlessly, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very well done. Okay, 13. We have a pass from the north. And again, we have a weak no trump from the east. Yeah.
Or 1 diamond if you play strong.
Or a diamond if you're playing a strong no trump. Absolutely correct. And again, over what you're bidding, South should have a way to be able to bid, shouldn't they? So over a diamond, I think South has a 2 club bid naturally.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. If you bid 1 no trump, you might have to do what to bid clubs?
3 clubs.
And you shouldn't mind with this hand either.
Yeah, that's what they bid.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's a good bid.
And
And
I
I
missed
cr-
it. Yeah.
Well, you've a hard hand here now. It's a tricky enough hand, isn't it?
Mhm.
So this is one of those hands where do you actually want to play on this hand?
Mhm.
Where do you want to play on this hand, everybody?
We ended up in diamonds.
Oh, how many?
3.
3.
That's not enough, is it?
No.
We ended up in 4 hearts.
That's a good contract, by
Yeah.
the way.
It went 1 diamond, 2 clubs, 3 clubs from west.
What's 3 clubs?
3 clubs is a shortage in clubs and asking me to name my longest suit.
1 diamond,
A major.
2 clubs. What's double?
Double would
Bid
be
to bid another suit.
And 3 clubs is a bit another suit as well, is it?
yeah,
Yes.
it's stronger though, it's more of a force.
Well, it's okay. So 3 clubs is game forcing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. 3 clubs isn't bid a suit. 3 clubs is just game forcing, and your partner will bid out their hand.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I would
Okay.
have been happy had Bridget bid 3 no trump if she'd had lots of diamonds, or at least a couple of diamonds.
Well, no, yeah, but 3 clubs pass. Okay, so over this now, you bid 3 hearts.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, the downside to this is if you had better clubs and weaker hearts, where would you want to be, lads?
No
No
trump,
trumps.
no trump.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So your system has kind of sort of got you to a position where you didn't know. So over 3 hearts, what did you bid now? 4 hearts?
4 hearts.
That you didn't know that was going to be a reasonable spot, did you? That could have been risky, couldn't it?
Yes, but it seemed to be the best alternative, given that
Well, it's the best alternative because we're in this situation because of the three clubs. Do you understand? Because three clubs is your only but a negative double doesn't deny opening points, lads. That's the first thing. Okay, negative doubles can be up to opening points. So if that's if negative doubles can be up to opening points, well then you need your three club bid to be your Q bid to be much more defined. The problem arises is because your three club isn't defined well enough, yeah. Because honestly, if you had the ace of clubs instead of the ace of hearts,
Yeah.
would four hearts really be the right place to play potentially?
No trumps.
No trumps.
Do you know what I mean? So it's four hearts is a great contract, and on the bidding you have with the system you have, I think it's a great bid. You bid four hearts now, did you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Was one diamond always four diamonds?
Yes.
Okay, so you know your partner can, when they have four diamonds and four hearts, they can't have four spades.
Yeah.
You know they can't have four spades. Okay, yeah, that's very. There's nothing unreasonable with that, by the way. No, and again, they can't get at you, can they?
No.
No.
I mean, they can't get at you. This hand can't. If they lead a club, the king of clubs set up, they can't get a rough in diamonds.
No.
If they lead spades, they're giving you a spade trick. If they lead hearts, you don't really have a problem on the hand. You can just knock out the diamond and do what you need to do. So how many tricks did you make?
+1. They just got their 2 aces, I think.
Yeah, Dan, I can see why that would happen, by the way. It's tricky for them. You have time to do what you need to do and everything breaks kindly for you the way, but that might not have been the case.
Yeah.
All right. I would want to try to end up, if I couldn't end up in four hearts, ending up in five diamonds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Five diamonds is a good contract. Four hearts is a great contract. Don't get me wrong. Not criticizing, but five diamonds, if I couldn't end up in four hearts because I was worried about maybe a bad heart suit. Yeah. Does that promise ace, king of hearts, you see? If that's 4 to the 9, it's not such a good bid.
No.
It's 4 to the 10. That's the issue.
Yeah.
But on the hand, on the auction you have it on the hand, I think you've made the right bid. Okay. Who didn't end up in game?
We didn't.
didn't.
So
no,
how
we
did
ended
you?
up with 3 no trump going off.
You can't make 3 no trump, and that's
I
the
know.
weak heart stop, isn't the weak club stop, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sure, it's the easiest thing in the world for them to lead the ace, followed by the queen, followed by the jack, or do whatever, and then just lick their lips and go, "Thank you very much. I'm waiting for you to come to me, Daddy." Yeah.
Yes.
And you can't make it, can you? You
No.
now have to run for the hills. You have to take your club trick. Your hearts is 5, and your 2 spades is
Queen of clubs.
7. Yeah, your king of clubs, your 2 spades, and your 4 hearts. You have to run for the hills, don't you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Otherwise, they might make an extra trick that they shouldn't have made. Okay, the anti-penultimate board. So we have a pass, followed by a pass, followed by a no trump. How many no trumps do we have with these weak no trumps?
Yeah.
Had to play strong no trump the last 2 nights, lads. 1 no trump. The north hand has a good enough hand with the 6-4 shape and 9 points and the quality of the suit to bid.
2 spades.
Absolutely. And now I think it's likely to go pass, and maybe the south even has a raise because the 2 that could be a better hand with the 3 trumps. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that's probably where you want to end up. No higher.
Mhm.
Yeah, because you don't know your partner's queen of clubs isn't like if that's their only bad card. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I think you should lose 2 diamonds and only 1 heart. Is that what happens?
Yeah.
So you make game on this hand, don't you?
Yeah.
We got it down 1 because of playing the strong no trump. West opened 1 club, 1 spade, 2 clubs, 2 spades, 3 clubs, 3 spades, and I led a club.
But why does that put it down?
It just shortened all the spades on him. And I got the queen of spades.
No,
was
I
finessed
think-
into
Well,
me.
now you got your queen of spades, is why,
I got the queen of
isn't it?
spades. Yeah, I got the queen of spades.
He finessed you for the spade, didn't he? So
Yeah.
it wasn't that to do again. It's I'm not highlighting. I'm just highlighting so that you recognize it when you're playing. Sometimes it's nothing to do with you.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? That's one of those cases, isn't it? They finessed, thinking the 1 no trump was more likely to have the
Queen of spades,
Queen of
yeah.
spades, because they didn't know. Now, they could have played the ace of spades before they finessed.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That caters for a singleton queen, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All happy?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, lovely stuff, lovely stuff. And board 15.
Oh, God.
Oh, five. Well, we got to 15 before we had an oh God, Pat. We're
No,
doing all right. So
I
five and
I-
4. Hold on. 5 and 4 is 9. So this is, if you're playing a strong note trump, you can open it a strong note trump. If you're playing it a weak note trump, you'd open this a club. The next hand should pass. North should bid a heart. The next hand should pass unless they've lost our reason. And we should rebid one note trump showing 15 to 16 or 15 to 17, whatever your range is. Pass. And I think 6 and 4 is 10. You see, is a 15 count good enough hand to go looking for slam opposite a 15, 16? Maybe not, but you have to know what you're doing, because what do you need to find out from the south hand?
Have you a major,
Have
Yes.
you got
I don't.
a major fit?
Do
Yeah.
you have,
have you got a spade fit? So how do you find out if you have a spade fit? You have to be playing either what's called new minor forcing, or XY is another convention that you can use. But a simple way is that if you bid the other minor after a one note trump rebid, it says, partner, tell me more about your.
what's your hand?
It doesn't say anything about diamonds. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if partner has 4 spades, what would they bid? They'd bid them, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
If partner had 3 hearts, what would they bid? 2 hearts. You can now bid 2 spades. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And now they bid, I don't have a fit for you.
Mhm.
And now you bid.
All trumps.
Easy, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then they can't go wrong. New minor forcing. Let's say they don't have 3 hearts, but they have 4 spades. What do they bid?
One spade.
2 spades. 2 spades. You can't bid 1 spade. That's insufficient. Let's say they don't have 4 spades and they don't have 3 hearts. What do they bid?
Trump.
2 no trump. Works well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Works nicely for them. New minor forcing. Okay. So you should end up in 3 no trump, I'd imagine. With all that kerfuffle, you should end up in 3 no trump because you don't have a fit in a
anything.
in a major. You've got 4 club tricks, 4 diamonds with the most favorable lie of the diamonds God has ever given you, by the way. You know what I mean? 3-3 with the queen on side. So there's 8 tricks straight away. And you've got some number of spades. So what do they lead against you?
They
Club?
Ten of clubs.
Because I figured I was giving nothing away.
Yeah, and that's the right lead. That's the right lead to lead a club. That's what I'd lead. 10 of clubs, it's giving 3 touching honors, and if it's given anything, they're going to get it anyway, aren't they?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Absolutely spot on with you. That makes them play it. Now, what they should do now is quite interesting, by the way. They should win with the queen.
Yeah.
And finesse into the
I don't.
The spade, that way. Yeah.
into the safe hand. Because even if it loses, they can't attack
Yeah.
hearts. Does that make sense?
yeah.
Now, if they do that, they might decide, okay, we'll cash the ace and have a look. The 8 will worry. And then they might decide, well, we'll play a diamond now. Because even if it loses, they're going to play a heart and you're going to have to play small. So, you know what I mean? But it wins. And when it wins, suddenly now we're happy days, aren't we?
We are, yeah.
Now we've tricks here, left, right, and center. We can cash the spade,
Yeah.
throw the heart, cash the club. And now when we cash the diamonds, we can make all the rest of the tricks except for the 2 hearts. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So if you finesse into the right hand, you'll make more tricks into the safe hand. West was the safe hand. Okay, all happy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last board. West is going to probably pass. North is going to open this one heart, even if you're playing it any sort of, well, if you're playing it a strong note trump, you might decide to open it a strong note trump. You might, but I'd be opening this a heart with that good major. What did the next hand bid?
Pass.
Pass.
Disciplined, I like it. South bid,
No
One
trump.
no trump.
don't like it, but you have to do it, don't you? The next hand bid,
2 hearts.
Pass.
well, West passed, and then 2 hearts and pass, pass, pass. Is that right?
Yeah.
And what about everybody else?
This is it. This is the one where my mouse opened with the south hand, 1 club.
Okay, well then you can't do anything about that. So we're not. You get how? What do you mean? Well, you can't be opening, by the way.
No, I know I shouldn't have done.
You're West, you mean?
Yeah. No,
Not South.
wait a minute. Where was I, Carmen?
It doesn't matter. You misclicked. Don't worry about that. You can ask for an undo with
I
a
had
misclick.
the east hand.
Yeah, grand. You can ask for an undo with a misclick, by the way.
No problem.
But I couldn't find it. That was
It's there. Look, see where it is. It's in the middle of the screen now. You don't even have to press the blue button anymore. It's here.
It wasn't there earlier, I don't think.
Okay, maybe it wasn't turned on. I'll have to tell them.
It wasn't turned on, no.
Okay.
Because she opened 1 club.
Call the director.
mistake.
If you make a misclick, call the director. Just say in the play,
Yeah.
stop play. I've misclicked and call the director. Is
Yeah,
that
because
clear?
there's 1 club,
I know.
1 heart, 1 spade, and passed out at that point.
Panicked and pass out, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Panicked and pass out. How did 2 hearts get on?
Down 1.
It made.
Yeah, we let them make it.
Yeah, I think the defense should say if you can get off to your club lead.
Yeah, we didn't get
And then,
Yeah.
but this is a little suit preference one, isn't it? Club lead ace. Now you have to play back the high club. Tell your partner you have the entry in.
Spade.
In spades.
Yeah,
Okay.
wouldn't that be good?
That'd be gorgeous.
And if your partner was an absolute hero and could see beyond the cards, they might be able to.
Yep.
And you get another one too.
Oh, right.
It could get a little bit painful for them sometimes, couldn't it?
Didn't.
Yeah, and if you look, well, I'm not finished. Just hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Imagine if you can do this. Look,
Jack of spades.
we're not finished to the queen. And now suddenly they play this card. Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
They've got to do something very unusual. They've got to ruff with the ace,
Yeah.
then play the king, then cross to the table and finesse back again. I mean, it's just absolute bloody
Yeah. Horrible.
tricky, isn't it?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, all happy?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, that's it for this week, folks.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Thomas.
And
Thank you.
yeah, you're very welcome. We will be back in September, folks.
Okay.
There'll be a couple of things going on in the next couple of weeks. There'll be an email sent to you next. But if you send me that email now, I'll do that before I go for my lunch. All right?
Do we do it online or?
It'll be on the Grandmaster Bridge.
Lovely.